They haven't lost since week 1, taking on Southern Door. Eagles down 21-0. Mitchell Neubauer completes it to Mitchell Gerund. That drive, though, will come to an end as Colin Hofacker picks off his second pass of the evening. Ensuing Irish drive, Hofacker shows off his hands again, this time on the receiving end on a pass that was intended for him. Pulls it in, going backwards from Andrew Connolly. Irish pouring it on. Brody Bazile scoring from a yard out. Freedom gets Wrightstown next. That'll be a good one. 35-0. Elsewhere in Division 4, Wautoma, a top seed. They are knocked out by Spencer Columbus Catholic. Little Chute and D4 plays at Bloomer on Saturday. West Superior and Xavier both have had their eyes on a spot at state for Division 3 since before the season. Hawks, though, they knocked West Superior out of the playoffs last season. Interesting to note, just the 4th meeting ever between these two teams tonight. 3 of those have come in the playoffs. Well, Dom Conway and West Superior, well, he had a big night tonight, but early on it was hard to hang on to the ball. It was so cold. It gets fumbled twice. John Wolski comes up with it for Xavier, and the Hawks would cash in. Zach Simons plows into the end zone, brings a tackler with him. 6-0. Phantoms, though, respond with a 99-yard drive, mostly runs, but Connor Konchak breaks the tackle, dives for the pylon. Phantoms on top, and watch this play. Konchak, the catch, the turn. Xavier would catch up. Watch this. Loses the ball, but look who's there, Dom Conway. He had a bunch of rushing scores as well, a lot of yards. West Superior wins 48-6. Next up, they get the winner of our next game. It's 8th-seeded Berlin. Already knocked off a 1 seed in the playoffs. They get Luxembourg Casco, who beat Notre Dame last week. Berlin getting things going. Dakota Ross finding Austin Johnson all the way into Spartans territory would lead to the first score of the game for Berlin. LC, though, comes right back. Seth Peters takes the handoff, scores from 3 yards out. LC was down 7-6 at the half, but Spartans rally after the break, winning this one 34-14, so they get West Superior next. To the big schools now. Bayport quarterback Alec Ingold maybe should have dressed up as Captain Jack Sparrow for Halloween, because he has the Pirates absolutely swashbuckling through the playoffs so far. In Division 1, Bayport, they haven't made it to level 3 of the playoffs actually since 2006. Early going, Ingold flips it to Zach Lorbeck. He fights through those Wausau West defenders, made it 6-0. Then, after a long kickoff return, it's Colton Huff, the big back. Moves the pile in for another touchdown. Then, Ingold making it look easy, finding Lorbeck. Would set up another short rushing touchdown. Bayport, they win it 41-14. They get the winner of our next game. It's Appleton North on the road taking on Hudson. This is Bo Babich for the Lightning. In for the score there on top, and that rushing attack would be good all night. Ethan Dans and company looking good on the ground, and the defense had a huge game. Tice Wheeler the sack, and you see the score, 21-3. So it's Appleton North and Bayport next week. That'll be a good one.
We got to set the tone right away.
All right, it's Kimberly hosting Madison La Follette. Papermakers, they have been great in the first half. 335 points in the first half this season, and, well, no surprise there. Austin Weinberg, Evan Ducks, 12 yards, 7-0. It's the first half, after all. La Follette finding some success through the air. Jordan Carlson to C.J. Jackson for the big gainer, but they wouldn't be able to score on that drive. Papermakers added their lead. Blair Mulholland finds pay dirt, 14-0. Kimberly would pitch a shutout, 34-0. So who's next for Kimberly? Well, could it be VFA rival Fond du Lac here? The Cardinals of Middleton, Fond du Lac, that was Middleton getting on the board. Gotcha. There are a couple Cardinals in this game. Hard to follow, I promise. That's Middleton scoring right there. So they're up early, but Fond du Lac, a great catch. The offense gets going, especially with Justin Maritic here. A touchdown run. Justin Maritic would end up taking this in eventually. Here he is, punching it in for the score. Fond du Lac wins this game 27-20 over Middleton, so they get Kimberly in level 3. Well, Menasha is a top seed in Division 2. Got a real scare last week, trailing by a touchdown at the half to 8th-seeded Menominee. Ultimately surged in the second half for